you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Rivers to throw it. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Stay there. 390.
Rivers now. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Rivers. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, Wilson. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson.
Nobody really knows.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Landry's going to have to be careful to not get frustrated. He's going to have Aqib Talib shadowing him, and that's about as tough as it gets.
It truly is, because when you look at Aqib Talib's body type, look at the length, see how physical he is at the point of attack, and he also understands route conversions and breaking points so well. He's often there when the ball arrives.
17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league. It's told me repeatedly.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Clay Matthews. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. On second down, Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jerry Rice, 33 yards. Thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Yes, indeed. Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley State. I remember we broke into the league, and the nickname Flash was the one he was trying to get to catch on. As it turned out, he didn't need a nickname. 197 receiving touchdowns in the NFL, added on 10 rushing, and even had a fumble recovery for a total of 208 in his career.
By far the most all-purpose touchdowns in league history. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Titans. Ezekiel Elliott, 38 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rivers on first down. And it's caught.
Good, man. Jesus Christ, Phillip.
Across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Well, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off Tennessee quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A first down carry by Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And it's caught inside the 10. 33 yards that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Wilson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
2 hands! That's a touchdown!
And incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there
Oh
in coverage.
my God,
Not only was the
Jalen.
call spot on,
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it toward the pylon. Caught. And he
Oh
will
my
score.
God, that's what I know. He did that shit
Touchdown,
man.
Titans.
It's a clown ass nigga, man. He
Touchdown
fake kicks, man.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw
He
for
did it
it.
again.
and while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead,
No, hit me
it's
with the
still a
same
lead, and
situation.
that always feels good to a team.
I'll never
They'd
do
love to
that shit
take
again,
that into the
man.
lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown,
Are you
man.
looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Man, you touching that shit.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach David? Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
64. Hey, Delta! 6, hey, Delta!
Another try after the first down sack. Rivers got him in. It's Brown.
Bitch ass nigga.
And they're going to
Bitch
have this
ass
all the
nigga.
way down deep into Tennessee territory. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second
I
quarter.
can't believe he didn't get in there.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Red Delta!
To throw, Rivers.
Got him!
And that is
Bitch!
touchdown,
Bitch ass
Washington.
nigga.
Antonio
Bitch ass
Brown
nigga.
in the final seconds of the first half as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant's
Bitch ass
extra
nigga.
point
Three
up and
plays,
good.
bitch.
And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first
Trash
half.
ass nigga.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks away.
Trash, I hate you so much.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh my God.
No, a heck of a move.
Man,
And some room to work.
You gotta be kidding me. This fat ass nigga did that shit. And my nigga can't go out of
Takes
there.
hit the
I'm
distance.
done.
No time remaining.
no cloth on
Fucking
the
trash.
field.
Yeah, no flags.
Trash.
It's a kickoff return to end the first half. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Hey, you
So
see both
trash.
teams go at it, and as you just pointed
Oh, yeah,
out,
pick
both
this
of them
shit out
found the
of
end
bounds,
zone.
man. This is
But just
trash.
like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in
Get the
special
fuck out that
teams.
bitch.
Both these offenses have been in
What the
fine
fuck?
form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt, show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Wilson. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. Touchdown, Titans. Jerry Rice. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That one complete to Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Landry the intended target, but it'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wilson now throwing again. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice. And that'll make it third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that he doesn't get at least to the crossbar.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 19.
Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
Now Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jack, 380! 380! 56. Come on!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. And his
Nigga.
here's incomplete.
Like, what do you want me to do?
Receiver that time. And now it's 3rd down.
God damn, bro.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is going to get the 1st down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Now Rivers. And for the 4th time
I can't, nigga. Odell Beckham. Come on, man.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Like Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham, this is a dime when there's nobody there and he could have taken it to the house.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Trash ass team, but I don't want you to play for him.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers caught by the tight end Ertz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Rivers on the money, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. Rivers to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Demario Davis, his 2nd sack of the night.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line.
What the fuck, man? Come on.
The count on is definitely imperative.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brown. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Rivers. Well, that pressure gets to him again. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
From the gun, Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run with Elliott. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.
Wow. That's a 1-1-1. I want to do that the last team. I'll make some bad.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Hooping in that glowing hill. I'm giving they soldier chills. My Jordan code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Pepper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes. They know it's real. Yeah, been this way. Right before the deal.
I kind of want to do a broken nigga joint now. Nobody trying to upgrade this trash ass nigga. Sure enough is giving me trash to work with here. This is crazy. The right side of that line's ridiculous right now.
Okay, 30 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Say packing, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off each room. Got locks, I got some tested shoes. Okay, 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pull out and pull out. Head on and head on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Touchdown, A-floor.
I did not know we were not going to get any free safety, so that's another one.
11 a.m. Check out my giver, one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation, and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions, and I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Decisions, man. I hope lock up my damn. I don't have a middle linebacker at all. I got one middle linebacker.
To make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. We don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking Steve. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Good to hear with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them. I'ma break them, I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed. Ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Open man is Howard, the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
12 yards there and a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, no. No, nigga.
Ken Houston. He's at the 50.
He throw the ball like that, bro. That's what he need to throw it to.
20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a touchdown.
That nigga was wide open.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much, Justin?
No, because it's
and the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That's caught by Howard. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. And
you gotta get that separation, dude. I can't hold the ball that long.
The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, it's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen.
typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
This sucks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds Beckham complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Ben to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
What the fuck was that?
Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Come on,
Well,
man.
CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
But can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now we're looking at Minnesota. They seem to be going certain at 2-2. Chicago just lost their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, for an indefinite amount of time. But that defense is playing awfully well. And Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that division now is brutal. And then you've got to throw in Detroit. It's not the same old Lions. Matthew Stafford, he plays with heart, played hurt. And I think that they're improving as time goes on.
How about the AFC?
Well, I think AFC South. Everyone's 2-2. We thought it would be a tough division. We thought it would be intriguing. And Gardner Minshew's mustache really adds a little extra intrigue to the whole thing. And we saw Marcus Mariota get off the deck and play well last week, too.
Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second, let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press New England. They did. And Kansas City, they got a heck of a test in Detroit. Had to score with 20 seconds left on the clock to win that game. So both of them remained undefeated, but not without struggles.
That's the interesting thing about Buffalo. I think we learned more about them in their one loss this year than we have in their 3 victories.
I think we would say the same thing about Kansas City because of how they got pressed, but we'd also say the same thing about Detroit, how they played Kansas City in that game.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone.
That shit.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Merton Hanks.
Oh, that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Let him do that dumb shit again.
Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Partner, earlier we were talking about the undefeated teams in the league. Let's switch that and look at the teams at the bottom, like Miami, Washington, Denver, etc. Who is there hope for that is off to a really rough start?
And if we're talking about hope, are we talking about this season or are we talking about the future?
Well, let's do in the future.
Okay, in the future, well, Miami's accumulating draft picks at an incredible rate, but they'll have to hit on all of them and make great decisions in free agency. If so, then they definitely have hope for the future. If you're Washington, well, you drafted Dwayne Haskins this past year. Can you build around a rookie quarterback, a young guy, and make this thing work? If you're Denver, You've got to get some things figured out because normally their defense carries them. Arizona, well, of course, Kyler Murray's there in a new system. Will it take root? Will it take hold? Atlanta is the biggest surprise to me in the early going at 1-3. I don't think any of us saw this coming, but they can still climb back into the race if they can get on a little bit of a run.
So Atlanta would be a team, if we're talking this season, you think still might have some hope?
I still believe that in the NFC South, a tough division, but because of familiarity and breeding contempt, they won't be as concerned about playing those teams. They know them, they're familiar, and you have Matty Ice, Matt Ryan at quarterback.
This nigga is retarded. He just stood there like a...
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The one running back is Gurley. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
Well, I have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. Finding room inside the 40. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Oh, shit, man.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll run on first down. Carson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They run it with Carson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Carson, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr.
You gotta guard one nigga, bro.
11 more
Jesus
yards there, and this
Christ.
methodical drive continues.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook.
Come on, man.
So effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Carr. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Toward the pylon, caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They run forward with Carson.
I knew it.
Into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Knew it. get him.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Howard has the first down and then some. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 20-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 9, Carr.
Nigga.
And this
Yes,
is
sir.
Intercepted.
Woo!
Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Oh my God, that play is ridiculous. That nice play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, what are you doing? I don't know how to play words. I just fucked up a whole drive.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at us to the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
Every time. So
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Dancing to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Carr going to throw. And Woods has it complete. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Carr. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he finds Howard complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Black 30.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? Black 20. Black is 59. Alert. It's out of time. It's out of time.
Now Gurley. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
2nd and 3 at the Packers' 10-yard line.
And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano.
A 27-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. Graham Gano connects as time expires. And they'll be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as the Redskins have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left.